Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Izzwani Izzati binti Muhammad Rabhai, and I am the last presenter for the Group A, and we will cover the topic combination related unrelated diversification strategy. It is an actual practice. The business makeup of diversified companies varies considerably. Some diversified companies are really dominant business enterprise. One major core business accounts for 50 to 80% of total revenue, and a collection of small related or unrelated business account for the remainder. Some diversified companies are narrowly diversified around a few 2 to 5 related or unrelated business.
Whatever strategy a diversified company chooses for strengthening its position and performance, they should be properly analyzed and evaluated. Some systematic procedures need to be followed so that the corporate manager can assess the potential and present caliber of the various business units under the corporate umbrella. Such analysis and evaluation would help them decide what strategic action they should take to improve the strength of their business unit. There are 6 steps involved in evaluating the past and improve the company performance. First, evaluating industry attractiveness. Second, evaluating business unit competitive strength. Third, determine the competitive value of strategic fit in diversified company. Step 4. Checking for good resources fit. Step 5. Ranking business unit and assigning a priority for resources allocation. And lastly, crafting a new strategic move to improve overall corporate performance. Step 1. Evaluating industry attractiveness. The strategy must evaluate the attractiveness of each industry in which a company business are being carried on. Such evaluation should focus on the following factors: the attractiveness of all industry relevant to the company business to determine each industry prospect for growth and profitability, competitive condition, market opportunity, and the extent of matching company capability with industry technology or resources requirement. Each industry attractiveness relative to the other in order to estimate the ranking of the industry from most attractive to least attractive, and the attractiveness of all industry as a group to determine how appealing the mix of industry is. The more attractive the industry, both individually and as a group, that a diversified company is in, the better its prospect for good long-term performance. Industry attractive factors depends on the market size, projected growth rate, the intensity of competition, emerging opportunity and threat, the presence of cross-industry strategic fit, resources requirement, social, political, regulatory, and environmental factor, and lastly is industry profitability. This is the procedure rating the relative attractiveness of each industry. Step 1. Select industry attractiveness factor. Step 2. Assign weight to each factor, sum of weight equal to 1.0. Step 3. Rate each industry on each factor. Use scale of 1 to 10. And step 4. Calculate weight rating sum to get an overall industry attractiveness rating for each industry. This figure shows calculating weight industry attractiveness score. Rating scale equal to very unattractive to company and 10 equal to very attractive to company. Evaluating business unit competitive strength of each business unit in its respective industry. The objective is to determine how well each business is positioned in its industry relative to rival and evaluate whether it is or can be competitively strong enough to contend for market leadership. This is some factor used in evaluating competitive strength. First, relative market share, cost relative to competitor cost, ability to match or beat rival on the key product attribute, brand image and reputation, other competitively valuable resources and capability, ability to benefit from strategic fit with other business unit, ability to exercise bargaining leverage with key supplier or customer, and profitability relative to competitor. And the procedure rating the competitive strength of each business. Step 1. Select competitive strength factor. Step 2. Assign weight to each factor. Sum of weight equal to 1.0. Rate each business on each factor. Use scale of 1 to 10. And step 4. Calculate weight rating. Sum to get an overall strength rating for each business. Table 8.1 shows the calculating weight industry attractiveness score. Rating scale 1 equal to very unattractive to the firm and 10 is equal to very attractive to the firm. Quantitative measures of industry attractiveness and business strength to plot location of each business in metric. Each business unit appears as a circle. Area of circle is proportional to size of business as a percent of company revenue, or area of circle can represent relative size of industry with pie slide showing the company market share. Figure 8.3 is a nice cell industry attractiveness competitive strength metric. Step 3. Determining the competitive value of strategic fit in diversified company. The objective is to determine competitive advantage potential of value chain relationship of company fit among sister business, and it is to examine strategic fit from two angles: whether one or more business have valuable strategic fit with other business in portfolio, or whether each business mesh well with firm long-term strategic direction. To evaluate portfolio for competitively valuable cross-business strategic fit, it must identify business which have value chain mashup offering opportunity to reduce costs, such as the purchasing, e-commerce system, manufacturing, and distribution. It is also to transfer skill, technology, intellectual capital, leverage use of a well-known and competitively powerful brand name, and lastly to create valuable new competitive capability or to leverage existing resources. Figure 8.4 is identifying the competitive advantage potential of cross-business strategic fit. Step 4. Checking for good resources fit. This analysis is done to determine the extent to matching of a unique resources strength with the resources requirement of its present business lineup. Resources fit exists when business units add to a company resources strength financially or strategically, and when a company has adapted resources to support the resources requirement of all business units as a group. Checking for financial resources will determine cash flow and investment requirement of the business unit to determine which are cash hog and which are cash cow. And assessing cash flow of each business will highlight opportunity to shift financial resources between business, explain why priority for resources allocation can differ from business to business, and provide rationalization for both invest and expense strategy and divestiture. The characteristic of a cash hog. Internal cash flow are inadequate to fully fund need for working capital and new capital investment. For example, parent company has to continually pump in capital to feed the hog. Strategic option: aggressively invest in attractive cash hog, divest cash hog lacking long-term potential. While the characteristic for the cash cow will generate cash surplus over and above what is needed to sustain present market position. Such businesses are evaluated because surplus cash can be used to pay corporate dividend, finance new acquisition, and invest in promising cash hog. And the strategic objective: fortify and defend present market position and keep the business healthy. Step 5. Ranking business unit and assigning a priority for resources allocation. At this step, strategy makers evaluate the unit based on performance prospect. They look into sales growth, profit growth, contribution to company earning, return on investment, cash flow generation. Usually, strong business units in attractive industry have better prospects than weak business in unattractive industry. Business units with a bright performance prospect are good candidates for corporate resources support. The second option is financial purpose. Pay off existing long-term debt, repurchase company stock, increase dividend, and build cash reserves. Step 6. Crafting new strategic move to improve overall corporate performance. Firstly, sticking closely with the present business lineup. Choosing not to expand beyond the current lineup of business makes sense when the firm presents business offering attractive growth opportunity, good earning, and cash flow. Good position for the future have a good strategy and resources fit. Have resources that management can steer into area with the greatest performance and profit potential. Next, broadening the diversification base. A multi-business firm may consider adding to diversification base when there is a sluggish revenue and profit growth, vulnerable to seasonality or recessionary influences. There is a potential for transfer resources and capability to related business, and acquisition of related business will strengthen the market position of one or more of its business. Third, retrenching to narrow diversification base. Retrenchment to focus resources on building strength in few business require divesting or eliminating. Once attractive business in deteriorating market, business that will have a poor strategic or resources fit in the fund future portfolio. A cash hog business with poor long-term investment return potential. And weakly positioned business with little prospect for earning a decent return on investment. Lastly, restructuring a diversified company business lineup. Radical surgery on the business lineup is necessary when too many businesses in slow growth, declining, low margin, or otherwise unattractive industry. Too many competitively weak business and an excessive debt burden with interest costs that eat deeply into profitability. A corporate restructuring involves radically altering the business lineup by divesting business that lack strategy fit or a poor performance and acquiring new business that offer better promise for a changing shareholder value. To conclude the topic, corporate strategy are an important part of successful business venture. There are many different types of strategy that can be implemented depending the road in which the organization need to take. Ultimately, government policy affect how a business create their strategy and their implementation. And that's all from me. I hope you guys will understand a little bit about the combination related, unrelated diversification strategy. Thank you.